I wanted to get this video up before the Pokemon Direct, but that already happened, so oops. But whatever, here's my wish list for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now this video isn't scripted because I don't want to write a script, and also I didn't like the format of the Smash video I made. I don't think I'm good at reading or writing scripts right now. When I was reading it, it sounded like I had a broomstick up my ass, so we're just going to do this off the top of my head. I have a list of 11 things that I want, so without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing on my list is I want the game to be harder. Maybe a difficulty setting to cater to the more not adult players. I'm not sure how that would work. I'm pretty sure in one game, I think it was Black and White, there was a difficulty setting. So I want that to come back. Maybe go back to the making the EXP share an actual held item, so you can't just put it on and have all your team level 60 by the time you get to the Elite Four. So that's my first thing. Just make it a bit harder for people who, want to play the game. Don't hold our hand until the final gym. Number 2, I want a bunch of Pokemon to get pre-evolutions. I should have gotten some examples. I'll have to do this off the top of my head. Like, Kangaskhan and Girafarig are 2 good ones for now. I just don't like how some huge Pokemon the size of actual humans just come from eggs like that. That kind of pisses me off. I think it'd be cool if just a bunch of new baby Pokemon to make it just make more sense. Let me try to think of one more before I move on to the next one. Stantler. There we go. That needs a baby evolution. Or Druddigon. Druddigon's my final answer. It wasn't even a question. Moving on. Number 3. Okay, this could be maybe something you unlock in the post game, but I think when you initiate a battle, you should be able to pick which Pokemon you want to send out first without needing to reorganize and mess up your party. For example, you get into a battle, and you see them send out their Pokemon. Maybe this only works for gym leaders and Elite Four members in the champion. And then you have the choice to either send out the first thing in your party or go in your party and select who comes out first. Because it always annoyed me when I had to just switch up my whole party, and then I end up messing it up, and I go to the next battle without remembering it, and the wrong guy's out at first. I don't think that ever happened to me, just making up a scenario. But yeah, that's what I want. That'd be really cool. Next, I want it to be harder to Mega Evolve and use Z moves. I think it should be based on friendship and affection instead of just being able to give them a rock. I know that's how it is in the anime. For Mega Evolution, at least. I'm not sure about Z moves. I haven't watched many of the Alolan episodes. But yeah, I think you should need, 3 hearts of affection, max-ish friendship. That would make it mean more, so you can't just Mega Evolve stuff out of the egg, And speaking of Mega Evolution, I think we're obviously going to get the Mega Ring again. I want it to be customizable a little bit. Let us put it on our right or left hand, maybe on a necklace, or in your hat. There's a bunch of options or stuff you can think about. I think it'd be cool to put it anywhere besides your hand. Or maybe a glove you can put it on, and Karina, I think her name was from the X and Y. So yeah, just let us move the Mega Stone wherever we want on our body. That'd be really cool. Also, this isn't on my list, but trainer customization, I want that to take a step up. Alright, number 6, if you've been counting, I thought I forgot to count the last ones, so whatever. I want trainers to have Pokeballs that make more sense. Now, this probably didn't make sense to many people, but a lot of the trainers just had Pokeballs based on their trainer class, no matter what the Pokemon. I remember in Alola, there was a swimsuit trainer who had the grass Pokemon, and she still used dive bombs because that was her dive bombs. Listen to me, dive balls, because that was what was assigned to her trainer class. And it's possible, but I don't like it. And I think the Elite Four members, they all have Ultra Balls. I think they should have at least one Pokemon in a Pokeball to symbolize, their starter. I remember I saw a meme of Wally in the battle tree, and he was talking about friendship and everything, but his Gallade was in an Ultra Ball, and we know we caught his Ralts in a Pokeball, so they were like, hey, you're unloyal and stuff. So yeah, just think about the Pokeballs you're giving trainers. Alright, this is probably the most unrealistic one in the list, or maybe it's not yet. But I want every TM that's ever been in the game to be hidden around the Galar region. That'd be really cool, I think. It would take a lot of exploration. I think the region looked big enough to hide them all. Just so there's no more worrying about moves not being obtainable. Yeah, hide every TM around the Galar region that's ever been in a Poke game. Number 8. I want the old version of Pokemon in me with the minigames and stuff, and not the Alolan version where you just feed them and pet them. The minigames were really fun. I don't know why they got rid of them. 9, I want a better GTS. I think it's about time they do this. This is a pretty common one, I think. We might get it. So you can check the Pokemon's nature, their IVs and EVs, just so you don't get ripped off as much. Just better GTS, maybe more filters. Alright, next I want Mega Blastoise and Mega Venusaur, the second one. It kind of messes with my OCD that we have 2 Mega Charizards, but only 1 Mega Blastoise and Venusaur. I think it's really unlikely because the Galar Region doesn't seem to be introducing any Megas. They're not going to do it, I think. They're done with Mega Evolution, but it just kind of messes me up. And my last thing is kind of weird and personally to me, but I want a tardigrade Pokemon. I recently just got really interested in those little animals. If you don't know what they are, then Google it. Alright, so there's my wish list. This is probably going to be a terrible video because I just spewed bullshit into my mic for 7 minutes. Ugh. If this comes out after another Pokemon Direct or something, then it's because I took too long to edit and I was procrastinating. So whatever. Subscribe for God knows what's going to be on this channel next. And remember, outros are hard.